for the teams that have made the tournament in the past? I know the teams are completely different, the players are completely different, but what has been, I guess, the difference between those teams and now to where it's just not quite there yet?
Well, I think in the Big Ten, I think if you look at other Big Ten schools and our teams that we've had in the past, it's seniors stepping up and making big plays and making sure that your team wins games. And I think we've had those types of seniors, and right now we have Kristen Dockery that hasn't played, in 3 years, and she's playing a very limited role for us. And China's only been here for a year and a half and has been healthy maybe for a year. So I just think that experience and being in those situations before, I think it's just, our veterans, having a veteran-laden team that is talented. We have a very talented freshman and sophomore class, and I think we're trying to ride those young kids in the Big Ten, and we're in a very tough conference to be able to do that.
What's probably the most difficult thing that you've had to kind of deal with success in the past? Now people expect it now, and if it's not happening as regular as it has in the past, how do you get the ship, right in the right direction?
Well, I think it's just continuing recruiting. I think it's continuing to recruit the types of players that they're going to be successful in the Big Ten and can play at this level. And a lot of our kids right now are in those younger classes, and I think we're definitely well on our way. We just, I wish our freshmen could really grow up. I wish our sophomores could be juniors. But I think it just takes patience. I think any program goes through something like this. I think 5 years ago when we had, some of those post players leave, I think it's really showing now. We have some empty recruiting classes that we've had to kind of fill in some gaps, and we got help on the way next year. And I just think a lot of our talent is in our younger class, and it's just being patient. I think our program's going through a cycle. And, of course we want to, get to the NCAA every year and get back to the Final Four, but you look back at those years and you have a player like Lindsay Whalen, and that's 1 in a million type of situation and a player to coach. And, for a school like Minnesota to get to a Final Four, that's obviously our goal, to do that again at some point, but just to get the program back to the level where we can be in the top 3 or 4 in the Big Ten and get back to the NCAA tournament, but we're on our way.
For Northwestern, Jeschke, 23 points a game. What's the kind of plan of attack to try to slow down her scoring, because she's really scoring it this year?
And they're having a great season, and Amy Jeschke's a senior, and they're riding her back, and she's doing a great job. She's averaging a double-double, leading scorer in the Big Ten, and she's a very difficult post player to guard. We have lack of experience in our posts. That's probably the biggest thing that's hurting us right now, is just the lack of consistency in our 5 position right now. We're playing a lot of young kids. We're all different types of sizes, from thin to athletic to big kids that really have no experience. And to play against a player like Amy Jeschke is we're going to have our hands full, and it's going to take more than just one player.